Hey traders, charting man Dan of the chart guys, checking in on the markets. So we had a bearish reaction to jobs numbers this morning, leading to a weak open. The bulls bought that dip for hours with a significant bounce. We set hourly lower highs and then rolled over on high bear volume into the close. And part of that bearish momentum into the close, you can see we pretty much just fell off a cliff. Part of that bear momentum was Bullard speaking about, 50% or 50 basis point rate hike still potentially on the table, blah, blah, blah. So what that gives us is a daily lower high now set in SPY. So we had our high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and now we're pulling back. If we break 40501, which is less than 1% away, it will be a confirmed weekly bear break of the stair-step pattern. We'll lose the pattern of a higher low every week, and we'll look at the weekly consolidation being underway. Definitely convincing that that is potentially shaping up right now. Again, there's still a number of things that we want to see to be confident. We need to see all major sectors at the low of the day at the same time. We need to see Apple rolling over, losing daily EMA 12 support, but this is a good start for the bears. So today I responded in that end of the day sell-off by grabbing a Netflix short position I'll look at here in just a moment, and also shifting my IRA, which is all long positions. And then recently I made it flat just because I was unsure about the sideways trading. And now today I've got a bear lean on that account while I watch for the potential of weekly consolidation. So NASDAQ, same thing, daily lower high is set, still EMA 12 support, but confirming the hourly downtrend, the volume notable, and now it's just a question of how long can the bears maintain the hourly downtrend? Can they maintain it long enough to break 297.25 and start weekly consolidation or not? And again, checking in on Apple. Apple upper wick rejecting from the 157 range, which is a triple top now. 149 support, a couple percent away. And one thing that would make me less confident in the NASDAQ bears would be if Apple continues to hold daily EMA 12 and set another higher low compared to 149.22. But again, it's a nice start for the bears. Apple needs to confirm the hourly downtrend. But upper wick on Apple. Need to break the low of today, tomorrow to start that daily consolidation. The dollar still holding on for the daily trend change, confirming bull. The bulls want to maintain daily EMA 12 from here and see enough follow through to then create the space for a weekly trend change to eventually try and take place. And again, the bigger picture that we've been watching for a while, monthly bounce on the dollar and potentially starting to attempt to shape up, but still a lot of work to do there. Tesla still struggling in the 214 range. We broke it, but obviously closed weak. There was a recall. Shout out to Lori posting that news right when it hit, or actually before it hit on Bloomberg, and ended up dropping down. Nice 10 minutes there. And then, of course, at the end of the day with the rest of the market, again, still need to, actually not the case for Tesla. We did confirm an hourly downtrend on Tesla. And we're down a bit more after hours. So again, bears definitely showing up for the first time in a long time. And that's a good thing for the bears. So I have a bear lean from here in the short term, and we'll see how long that lasts. Tesla key support is 187.61, daily EMA 12, keeping an eye on that. SMH daily lower high is also set, pretty much doing the same thing as SPY and QQQ. 241.55 is the key support level we are watching. I'd be more interested in an NVDA swing short because of this double top, but we do have earnings next week. And if we hold, it's entirely possible that we can drop another 5% and still be holding 208 support and potentially tighten up into those earnings. But weakness in NVDA the last 2 days, relative weakness. Again, I've talked about how NVDA and Tesla have had very similar charts over the last few weeks. And the last 2 days, NVDA has been weaker than Tesla. Although Tesla caught up at the end of the day there. So I take that back, not today. Tesla was weaker today. So the Netflix short that I'm in, I've talked about this trade that I've been patiently stalking for a while now. Netflix, I like the daily lower high being set. That's now my stop. I will be out of this position if 363.75 breaks. My first target is this gap fill down at 324.89. Bears need to break 344 to see the daily downtrend continue with lower highs and lower lows. And the reason I like this short is I'm looking for a monthly lower high in Netflix after bouncing over 100%. And I'm looking for Netflix divided by QQQ to set a monthly lower high as well. And right now we're testing the lows, close to seeing Netflix the weakest it's been comparative to the NASDAQ in a month, which is what I want to see if I'm short Netflix. So it's a swing size short. I've been day trading Netflix short a decent bit over the last week, and that's essentially how I'll keep approaching it. I'll day trade it at certain points when I have a nice clear setup, and always keep a smaller swing size until I stop out or until a target is hit. And really, if it's going to be an ideal target, I'm looking down in the mid to upper 200s, really. So I'm looking for, bigger picture. I wouldn't want to hold into earnings, so we'll see how the weekly shapes up from here. Is this a weekly rising wedge? Nah, more of a channel. Healthcare back to fresh lows. So still our weakest major sector. Still not a ton of bear follow through. We'll see if that ends up changing, but bears are loving the fact that stair step pattern broke bull with zero follow through. So we're not seeing rotation right now in the sense that QQQ had a big red day down 1.9%, and XLV was not offsetting that. We've seen in the recent past where that was the case, XLV was offsetting some NASDAQ weakness, but not today. And so the stage is set where, we can very easily see tomorrow all major sectors at the lows together, and that would be a great way for bears to end the week if they can pull that off. The next support level for XLV is down at 128.17. XLF, double top on the daily, 3607, key support level. We'll see if that breaks. Bears really want that level to break. IWM, scouting a daily lower high, and have to break 191.25 for that to be shaping up. Not as weak today as some of these other names, but we'll see if it ends up catching up. And if XLF starts to weaken, then IWM will weaken with it, again, because XLF is the most important sector for IWM holdings. XBI, daily bear flag. So broke the inside bar bearish, really nice top fish, missed that one. Failed to break the high of yesterday by 6 pennies and then broke the low. And so if we break 84.23, the daily bear flag confirms, and that will continue to increase the probability of a monthly lower high rejecting from the initial bounce highs and continuing to tighten up on the longer term time frame. AI looking like a bit of a climax. So anything under 28.40 is just a daily lower high, and we had a big move up on the morning and then gave it all back. So looking like daily consolidation is shaping up here. Anything above 20.41 will be a daily high or low. So the bulls are hoping it's going to be a inverse head and shoulders kind of pattern to try and set a weekly high or low. So I'll be keeping that in mind as a possibility, but a good bit of profit taking today. And we saw that in the crypto stocks as well. Bitcoin overnight broke out to fresh highs and had a little bit of a short squeeze going. Yesterday it was up 9%, which Bitcoin hasn't been putting up that kind of a move in a long time. But crypto names today with a blow off top. At least it looks that way to me. We'll see, need more information, but to go up on the morning 15% and then to be down 17% by the end of the day, that's a climax looking top. We do have to confirm the hourly downtrend still, so I'm going to be scouting hourly lower highs on these names tomorrow. But we're going to look for daily consolidation. Anything above 551 will be a daily high or low. There is a lot of space for that to form. We can drop another 20% and still be holding that. And again, other names, SI had some news. It's a rejection in a big way from 24.71. Again, just an insane volatility there. And Riot and Coin all seeing the same kind of bearish reversal candle, high volume, bull control of the morning, bear control of the afternoon, potential setup for daily consolidation. US cannabis MSOS did follow through. We do have the first daily uptrend that we've seen in months, but of course it happens right into broader market weakness. All in all, a pretty strong close. 736 would have to break to enter an area with a lack of resistance. And watching support, bulls are hoping that 709 can hold tomorrow as an hourly high or low. But again, if the market does roll over and see all major sectors at the low of the day together, then we're going to look for MSOS to be a daily uptrend with zero follow through. Got to be cautious of that. But, if in the absence of what the broader market is doing, increasing bull volume, first daily uptrend in a long time. Definitely from a technical perspective, the first time, I have a small swing position from this daily high or low, but this is the first time I've been interested in the bulls showing me something from a technical perspective on MSOS since we topped out. Curious, just CGC, very weak, looking for the daily lower high on this bounce. But cannabis did hold up better than a lot of other sectors today. We'll see if that becomes a theme or not. Tesla's down about 1% after hours right now. NVDA down 0.6%. So still a little bit of weakness after hours. The metals. So gold, still lower high, lower low pattern, 4-hour downtrend. So just watching the downtrend as a guide as we head towards daily oversold conditions. We know silver already got to daily oversold conditions. Inside bar today. Miners still weak. Lower high, lower low. So again, we're getting that monthly consolidation on the miners now. It's really just gold. Out of silver, gold, and miners, it is only gold that has not started the monthly consolidation here officially. But nice to see that play out. Scouting that for a while now. Didn't fully capitalize on that opportunity, but did get a piece of that silver short. Oil, I haven't looked at oil today. So oil, daily high or low was set. But if we drop down and break 77.25, that's a bit of a head and shoulders pattern. Let's look at the 12-hour. Not a great one, but this is the left shoulder, the head, and this is trying to be a right shoulder. But again, for me, not an active trader in oil, we're just within the range, and that means nothing to me. Break the range, and that will be meaningful. Natural gas still weak, testing the lows again. Unable to get over daily EMA 12, unable to get over resistance. Again, I know there's so many people itching to go long here. And the number one reason I've been able to remain really patient and not enter too early is I don't care at all if I miss this bounce. It's so powerful to not care if you miss a trade. It keeps you so picky and selective. And if I miss the natural gas bounce, there's going to be another trade. MARA had a huge bounce. There's big pullback. There's so many trades all the time that, it's all right if I miss it. It's no biggie. So I'm going to patiently wait until the bulls prove something to me for me to be interested in natural gas from the long side. They came very close to doing so, but they didn't. So back down, testing the lows. And we'll see if bears are able to see another leg down. Again, just watching this weekly stair step. Tesla was a weekly stair step, and it didn't nail the bottom, but when that stair step broke, we ended up with a lot of follow through. Natural gas may end up being something similar. We'll see. All right, I appreciate you watching. So we'll see if the bears can follow through tomorrow. They've got some end of the day momentum in their favor. We know the daily supports are going to be key from here. We want to see all major sectors dropping together, and we want to see Apple start to weaken as well. Hourly downtrend short-term guides. Hope you have a great long weekend. Holiday on Monday. We'll be putting out some content over the weekend as always, and we'll see you soon. Do good things. So still in Pavones, Costa Rica, there's Baloo and Cowboy resting during the day, getting ready for their evening walk on the beach. Plant life, I don't even know what that is, but the plants and animals, again, were my favorite part. Just so many new things and new species of things that I recognize but are completely different in this environment. And that is where we lived for a month. So the beach was this way, probably about 100 feet just across a dirt road. And the yard had papayas in it and mango trees, and the monkeys would cross every morning. It was part of their path wherever they were heading for the day. And up here we had a little loft with a futon for hanging out, and down here is a kitchen and a hammock, and there's a bedroom up there and a bedroom down there. So very simple, very small and exposed, but what more do you need? So there's the hanging out spot. And ended up one night we had a scorpion in my room, and it made its way into a crack before I could get to it. So I had to sleep knowing there was a scorpion about 6 feet away from my bed. Fortunately, he did not come back, although my buddy did get stung by a scorpion literally as he was picking up his bag to leave to get driven to the airport. Fortunately, not poisonous. The yard had a nice outdoor area for grilling and having fires. Plants everywhere. There's an action shot of cracking open a coconut. You can see the strain in my neck. Those things are hard to open. I was very surprised. But when you get them open, that's the reward. The day pretty much consisted of wake up, sell the gap up open in US penny stock MJ, collect your winnings, drink some rum out of a coconut, go swim in the ocean and play with the dogs, and do it all again the next day. Ride our bikes into town and get some food. There's the little monkeys, probably spider monkeys that were going through the yard, and then they had the big howler monkeys. These guys were intense. They would yell. You could hear them a long way away as they were claiming their territory. Clearly a male howler monkey. Some more plants. I believe that's a something of paradise plant. So many species. And I love jungle hikes. So much to see. There's Cowboy with his bola de luz. One of those light balls I was talking about that we played with the little boy at the hostel. And a pretty butterfly on a pretty rock. So we'll wrap up Pavones next video, and then we'll get into present time. I keep getting these messages. People think that this is now, when this was 5 years ago. And so I got a message from someone today saying they hope I get better with my earache. And I recovered 5 years ago, but thanks. Have a good day. Do good things. See you tomorrow.